All right, guys, thank you so much for joining. Today is July, actually, it's not July, it is already August 1st. Look how it sneaks up on us. And today we're talking all about fundraising with our team. So I'm excited to be able to share this. Now, I'd like to ask everybody, how many of you have done a fundraiser before? If you have, raise your hand. So Delana, Brandy has, and Delana has. Do you guys care to share like how those went? Were they Avon fundraisers or were they for another type of thing that you did fundraising for? Delaney, if you want to go first. I'm putting you on the spot. Can you unmute it?
Well, before I became an Avon representative, I was the executive director for the Leukemia Society, so I had some fundraising background before I started with Avon. So I've done fundraising forever. But more importantly, the Avon fundraising I have done for several different organizations. I've done one for a softball team, for a band, for cheerleaders, and I do use the fundraising flyers.
Okay, great. Thanks for sharing. Brandy, if you care to share, would love to hear what you've done. Has it been an Avon fundraising that you're working on or other stuff that you've done before?
No, I've never directed a fundraiser, but my kids have always been part of sports, from baseball to cheerleading, band, all that. So I was the mom that helped, organize the kids to do the fundraiser.
Okay, so you're very familiar with how they need to be run and work. So
Yeah.
you guys, if you've not, so everybody else here other than Delana and myself have never done an Avon fundraiser. And if you've ever been a part of, your children's school and having to do some of those fundraiser where they're selling candies and what is it, the wrapping paper and all these other things that they sell. One, they're super expensive. Like the stuff that the kids are selling is usually really pricey. And then second, it's just like a hassle. Like I think for, having so many different products, and it's like stressful for the kids, it's stressful for the parents. Half the time as a parent, you're buying out of the book for the kid to help him or her. And so what you're going to love about Avon fundraising. So can you guys see my screen? And make sure that's up on the screen share. Yes? Okay, we'll make sure. Okay, so if you've not yet been to this tab, let's kind of go over some of the information and some of the things that are here you may not know, not have known that was here. So you're going to go to earnings opportunities on your computer when you're ready. And then of course you have all these different tabs. So your representative FAQ. So a lot of people ask about the tax exemptions. So if your organization is tax exempt, then there's a form right here. You just click on that and you take it to your organization. Hopefully it's going to pop up for us here. And you just take this to your organization and it gives you everything that you need to do in regards to who is tax exempt. So that information is right there for you under FAQs. And that way it makes it a lot easier, of course, to just have flat pricing. Can you conduct a fundraiser using the full brochure? My answer to that is no, you should not. And reason being is exactly what it says here. If you're conducting a full brochure fundraiser, you risk items not being available. You risk the items that could be fixed earnings, versus the full earnings. And then that can cause you all kinds of calculation problems. So really you should stick to the actual flyers that are available. People want to know whether you have to order them yourself, whether you can print them. And if your budget is tight and you're doing it yourself, you can always send them over to like a Kinko printing and do it that way. Or if you have laser printing at home or something like that, you can print them. You can also have your organization do the printing for you and send the document over there. And if you're doing that, usually you end up giving them a little bit more on the percentage because they're doing the printing. Saves you the trouble. You can order them, and that is going to be part of your business costs that will come out of your commission. So very important. I don't think anybody should ever be giving the full 50%. Again, it's up to you. You're the business owner. But reason being is you're going to want to buy brochures to give all these people, your paper supplies, running the fundraiser in itself, and you've got to be able to at least recoup the supplies amount and your time. So I never recommend people giving the full 50. If you want to give 40%, then at least you're getting back 10% for yourself and your materials. Okay, so please keep that in mind. Unless your fundraiser agrees to pay for all those materials, then you can give 50%. Does that make sense? Everybody? Okay. All right. So organization FAQs, you have a whole section here. So there's going to be an earning opportunity chart that you can present to them, which really opens their eyes to like, wow, I didn't realize we could make that much. So this is an example of showing them if it's a 30%. So you're giving them 30%. So 10 people times 10 buyers times 15 would be a $1,500 fundraiser. Don't forget, all representatives, if you're running a fundraiser, can do the 50% as long as it hits the 15, actually it's always 50% if it's a Avon run fundraiser. You just have to register that, and we'll get to that in a moment so that you guys know how to register them. But $1,500, the total earnings would be $450. And then if you guys have your calculators out, you can figure out at the 20%, it would be what, 300 to you. 300 to you, 450 to the fundraiser, and then 750 to Avon. Okay, or 725 to Avon. Am I right? Half of 1,500, guys, is 750. 750. Okay, so 750 to Avon, you give 450 to the organization, and then you make 300. Okay, at the 30%. Look down here, if you're talking with a fundraiser and they have 200 people that are selling times 10 customers each at $15 order, which the average order they say is about $25. Then that's a $30,000 fundraiser, okay? The organization would make $9,000 at 30%. You would make 20% of $30,000. So math-wise, that's what, $1,500, right? 3,000, no, I am bad at my math today. 3,000, 3,000, 6,000, am I right? $6,000, okay? So 6,000 for you, 9,000 for them, and the other 15,000 goes to Avon, okay? So a $30,000 fundraiser also goes towards your award sales, which in turn, that is close to Rose Circle level. Rose Circle is 38.5, okay? Here is giving the fundraiser 35%. So you would want to print these and then bring them to the fundraiser meeting so that you can show the potential people that want to do a fundraiser with you what that could mean depending on their organization size. Here's giving them 40%, okay? So these are great, easy, available. Whoops, this is coming up here. Under the organization FAQs. And how can we know that an Avon fundraiser will be successful as a fundraiser we've had in the past? Well, guys, it just depends on the motivation, I think, of who you're working with and if they're all on board to meet their goals. I think it's no different than you as a representative trying to meet specific goals. And, you know, if you have a certain thing that you're trying to reach, you're going to work extra hard at it. I think the organization does the same thing, especially if you're showing them the money. They want to know, how hard is it for my people to sell your product? And they want to know, what is in it for me? Okay, so that's what your job is, sharing with them. So let's move down to benefits of fundraising. If it'll open up for me. Okay. So we talked a little bit about increasing your earnings. So if you are in, maybe like I said, a situation where you need money right away for something that you guys need to purchase or pay off, or you're just in dire straits and you need the money, a fundraiser might be the way to go to help you put some fast cash into your pocket, okay? A small group, they say, of 20 participants selling $15 to just 10 customers gives you a $3,000 order. If you're doing a personal fundraiser, let's say you're just doing a fundraiser, because I believe you can do that. Let's say it's for medical needs, okay, for yourself, and people know that the fundraiser is to support my child's medical, then you can do that. A $3,000 order at 50%, you get to pocket $1,500 to put towards your child's medical needs, okay? So you can do personal fundraisers. That's a question I get quite often. This also helps you network to reach more customers. So all the people that may have not bought from you regular are now becoming customers that may purchase from the regular brochure later. So you definitely want to, when you're bagging those fundraiser orders, give brochures, give flyers for recruiting, as well as maybe helper program, that type of stuff. Make sure you are networking with these people, getting names and phone numbers and emails of all the people that are purchasing from the fundraiser. Fast track to PC and above, absolutely a fundraiser can get you there quicker. So down below, you have how to fundraise. So if you've not been to this tab, you definitely need to go there. This gives you everything from finding the organization, all the letters that you will need. So you take all the guesswork and the nerves out of doing the fundraiser because it's all right here. There's flyers. So these can begin to go into every single brochure that you hand out. Use this part here to pop a label on. These are 4 per page. Again, you can print these at home. You can print them in black and white to save ink. And then just make sure that you have your information and put these all over town, put them in your brochures and start spreading the word on those. And then of course you have scripts. Did you know these were there? How many of you knew that there were scripts there? Delana knew? Anybody else? No? Didn't know? Okay. So check this out. Makes you a pro from day one. Suggested phone script number 1. Okay, so it tells you exactly what to say. Hello, this is, Jennifer. I'm an Avon rep and would love to speak to the person in charge of fundraising for your organization, school. With whom should I speak? And then the response, and it tells you exactly what to say. So you can rehearse this type of thing and then move forward. So these are great. So you have 3 different scripts available to you to help you identify, depending on who you're speaking with, okay? So check those out. We won't go through all 3 of them. You have a contact worksheet. This is fabulous also to help you and the organization from the start have a great business relationship. So you put the name of the organization, previous fundraising programs they might have used, their timeline, how much they would like to earn. All of this is there so that they can see a snapshot of what you are offering. Okay, so this is great. You have also the opportunity and then other letters to use to introduce. Then, like I said, showing them the benefits of partnering with Avon, community outreach programs you have, determining their needs. Again, really important that you're showing them those earning opportunity charts. The type of fundraiser that you're doing. I've spoken to the team about how you can do 2-part fundraising. So, and by the way, those of you that are live streaming, I'm live streaming, but I'm also on the Zoom meeting. So if you can jump on the Zoom meeting, we have actually the screen up showing everything I'm talking about. Okay, so if you can jump in that, jump on that. Okay, back to this. Sorry, got, like I said, 3 different things going on, guys, here. The addressing all the costs, the fundraising type. You can do a 2-part fundraiser. So for example, Rory the Lion starts in campaign 20. I will show you a picture of him if you've not seen him. We love when the plushed animals come out because it's an easy fundraiser. It's 1 item, kind of like Bug Guard's an easy fundraiser. With that, you can make it a 2-part fundraiser. So the funds from selling Rory, for example, let's say you're working with a humane society or a children's hospital. The funds part could be going to the children's hospital and the toys could be going to the children's hospital. Or maybe you're working with the police department and you want the funds to go to the children's hospital and the animals are going to the police department. So you can move them around and make it a 2-part where 2 different organizations are benefiting. One is benefiting, here's a good one, Toys for Tots. The lion could be being donated to Toys for Tots for the bin, and the money could be going to the children's hospital. When people are buying Rory the Lion, they're going, oh, you mean to tell me that if I purchase this lion for $20, I'm not only helping the children's hospital, you're taking $8 from every lion and giving that to the children's hospital, and the toys going to Toys for Tots or whatever. So people are like all in for that, paying the $20. So it's a great way to split it up and make it a 2-part. Okay, any questions so far? Feel free to unmute your line if you've got a question. Hi, Robin, I see you're here. I know your camera's off. And Julie, I see that you're here. Any questions? You can raise your hand. I can always unmute you if you don't know how. Okay, so start dates. Include your kickoff, launch meeting, fundraiser duration. Decide how long you want to run it. I think the fair is 2 to 3 weeks at most, because if you get longer than that, it starts becoming difficult. So 2 to 3 weeks at most is usually enough time. Also, people aren't losing interest in really working it. They get their money faster too. Prize programs, let's talk about that. So a lot of times the rep feels that they themselves have to be the one offering the prize. And what I want to share with you is that you can get local donations from, let's say you're working with a school and there's lots of children involved with the school that are going to be going around. Let's use Rory the Lion as an example. And they're selling the money, they're wanting the money for a new playground. That's the scenario that we're going to use. And they're going to take the Rory the Lions and they're going to donate them to Toys for Tots. And on the day that they're doing the Toys for Tots, you can not only work with them on getting news crew to come to the school so they get publicized for all the students that we're raising not only money for their new playground, but there also could be a big group picture with all the students, all the lions, maybe the Marine Corps comes and they're retrieving it, and it's a great picture opportunity for the local newspapers, the local news crew to say, look what these students did. Not only did they raise this, but they gave back to the Toys for Tots. You can amp that up ahead of time before the fundraiser has even been finished by contacting your local news crews and your local newspapers to say, Bartram Springs Elementary is doing a fundraiser. Can you put in an ad that, you know, people can purchase these lions through the school, through a student from the school, and it's going to help, you know, with their playground that they're trying to build. And it's also going to help, all the donations are going to Toys for Tots, okay? So you can do that, but back to the prizes. I got a little bit off task there. The prizes, you can go to the community. So let's say you offer the students, the #1 class that sells the most Rory the Lions gets a pizza party. Now, you don't have to fit the bill. You go to your local pizza joints, a Domino's, Papa John's, wherever you can work with, and say, this local school, and we are looking for donations for the soda and the pizzas to be given to the top classroom. And for you donating that, we will make sure that on the flyers, if you give us your flyers, we'll put them in all the bags for the kids to advertise your restaurant. Okay, so they're like more than willing to do that. Another thing for children would be to go to like a Chuck E. Cheese or an Adventure Landing or whatever you have in the area where it's a play place, a Dave and Buster's, and talk to the manager there. And that type of thing can be, you know, also maybe gift cards for there, for the #1 kid gets a $100 gift card to, you know, whatever. The person that places #2 gets this. The person that places #3 gets this. You can go to your Walmarts. You can go to Targets and ask for bike donations for the top students. Or there's could be a slew of prizes, guys, that you can put in place. And that gets the students, if it's a school, really excited about working on this goal. You could work with, here's another idea, you could work with bounce house places, places that do party rentals for bounce houses, snow cone machines, and even cotton candy machines. And you could have a huge party for the students with the school's, of course, agreement that at the end of the fundraiser, if all the students meet the goal, everybody gets to come out and have a party. It's going to be, you know, whatever. And that could be, like I said, snow cones, cotton candy, and have some bounce houses. A company that runs bounce houses, their sign that says they're being with all those students and parents being there is advertisement for them. They would be more than happy probably to, especially if there's going to be media too that puts their name, they will donate. Okay, so get creative with your prizes, and because the kids, especially if you're working with kids, you put that something like that in front of them, they all want to do it. So your fundraiser will be very successful. What do you guys think of all that? I'm watching over here too. Good? Thumbs up? Like the ideas? Okay. All right. So the presentation, those of you that are nervous about that, all of it is right here. Agreement forms, contact timelines, everything that you need to do. And then again, the tax exempt information is here so that you can know that part. Programs and flyers. Again, I mentioned at the beginning, you can print these, or you can have them printed, or have the school or organization print them. Entirely up to you. Right now we have Bug Guard, Planet Spa, the makeup and skincare, the fundraising personal care flyer, and then here's Rory the Lion. So for schools and people that want easy, the Lion, that starts in campaign 20. So we are all in 17, 18 trendsetters are already, you know, a little ahead, but for trendsetters, national and trendsetters campaign 20. So they're started already. So let them pick which one they want to do. Some of them may want to do, let's say you're working with a college and it's a college sorority girls. Okay. They're going to want to do the makeup most likely and the spa products. Those two right there is what I would be targeting for a sorority, for example. A sports team, Bug Guard, okay? They may also want to do the Lion, but the Bug Guard is going to be great because they're all in stands. They all need it, you know, so it's a great thing. So you can pick and choose, but it's easier to do just one. Printed materials can be ordered through Town and Country is what it said, and then you can also download the PDFs and print it yourself or order through Town and Country. Registering your fundraiser, super important. You have to do this, okay? So to register it, once you've got them in they're like, yes, we want to do it. You pick the campaign, you come right into here, and it's got some of my info on there, so let me cut that off. You're going to pick which campaign you're doing it in, how many participants on average. Now, some of you won't know exactly, but put an average number. Avon is not looking for you to be 100% accurate, just guess, okay? And an estimated sales times the $15, okay? And you put that in there. The organization name, if they're exempt, you put the exempt number, their address, and all of this information. When it comes time to putting in the fundraiser, do you see this number right here? The 045642, for those of you watching here, 045642 is what you need to put at the start of before ordering the product. What that does is it lets Avon know that it's a fundraiser, okay? Has to be registered, so you can't just do this for your regular orders, guys. It has to be a fundraiser, it has to be the flyers. Like I said, I don't recommend the book. You're gonna have a nightmare with the book. 045642, and then you begin the product lines. You can put all that if you'd like under your name, especially if it's like you're ordering X amount of Rory the Lions, X amount of this, and so on and so forth. And then it says you should order it as ship separate so that it ships right away. So you want to make sure that you do this product number and make sure that it's registered, and then you have to submit this form, okay? Once that's submitted, Avon knows that you're getting ready to fundraise, and then when you're ready to do the order, you just use the 045642. On managing your fundraiser tab, if it'll open for me here. Hang on a minute, I've got like all these things going on. Okay, so this just tells you managing, you know, what to do during the meeting, coordinator duties, and what to make sure of. So you definitely want to check all this out here. We have like 6 minutes, so I'm just going to kind of run through these. Delivering the orders, if it's a school, that is something that you will work with PTA to bring all the stuff in, and have the PTA moms help you in the gym or in an area that you can get them all together by classroom, and then from classroom to students, each bag, okay? So that will come, and then this explains all the rest here. And then resources, again, is going to be every form, flyer, because you know you saw it all in the text parts where you can click the pink tabs, and that would tell you where everything is. Here it is all in one place. You even have thank you cards, okay? Everything is right here. You can download all this, make a folder on your PC that says fundraising, and you know, keep it in one place. That way you always have it. And then you have an FAQ section as well. So if you guys want to unmute your lines, let's talk about this and tell me who is ready to get going with a fundraiser, and how many of you will be having them here as we begin the school year and everything. I would love to hear. Hi, I see Teresa unmuted. You have a question, Teresa?
I'm planning on doing it with my church, so that'll be my first go around. So hopefully in September I'll get it put together. I've already given them the information. I'm not in the state, so once I get back in Florida, I'm going to definitely start the process.
Great, great. Well, you let me or Delana know if if you need some help. Delana would be happy because she's experienced in it to work with you and help you get off to a great start with it. And that goes for everybody. If you still feel a little nervous, definitely reach out to me or your upline and say, hey, I'm getting ready to start one. Am I doing everything right? And we'll be happy to work with you. But I wanted you to know this resource is fully here. And I think that this tab has gotten better and better over the years from what it used to be. So, Brandy, got a question?
Not a question. Just this is something that I definitely wanted to explore because my daughter is in band, and they tend to have competitions, go state, and a lot of kids are not able to pay for the field trip to be able to go play in other states. So I wanted to do a fundraiser for them. So I plan on speaking to my daughter's band director and see what can we do to help these students that are not as fortunate as others, and help them be able to go and experience, going on state.
Yes, and things like even cheerleading or any extracurricular activities that these kids have with sports in school, I mean, can get really expensive, and a lot of parents don't have the funds. So they will bring the flyers to their work and say, this is to help the band to fit the bill for expenses that we have up and coming, and then each kid, it all goes into a thing to help. And so I think that's what Delana did. It was for band, wasn't it, Delana? When you did, yeah, band. So that's excellent. So we got Brandy that's going to do a band one. Teresa's got one with the church. Anybody else want to share one that you're getting ready to do? I see Maria and Erica's on. You guys are missing the actual meeting that's happening on the Zoom, but it is getting ready to shut off. So we've got like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Any questions?
I don't have a question, but I wanted to tell everybody about how easy it is to get the tax exempt form, the information to do that. You just have to get a letter in writing on the organization's letterhead that says that they're doing an Avon fundraiser, and they put their tax exempt number on there, plus they have to send their certificate. So it's very easy. Those are 2 things you need for that.
Thank you for sharing that. Any other tips from anybody or questions in regards to doing one, or just excitement that you have with this information that maybe you didn't know was here, that you learned today, that you're going to be applying to your business? And we have to pick our topic next week. We're going to be in Rep Fest, so there won't be one of these next week, but we'll have to pick a topic for 2 weeks out that you guys would like to discuss for our next lunchtime chat. But I hope this has helped you guys today. You feel more confident? Everybody feels more confident in doing a fundraiser? Good. I'm glad. Anybody else? Questions? We've got 7 minutes, saying we have 7 minutes left, so we have time to chat about something else even if you guys want to. I'd like to try to keep it on this, but any other questions or comments? Don't be shy.
I do have a question.
Yeah. Go ahead. No, it's you.
Okay. For the personal fundraisers, I do actually have my mother-in-law was just diagnosed with brain and lung cancer. And unfortunately, like the family, she's raising her grandchild as well as having other people in the home. So it's a very expensive procedure, having to go through the radiation and go through the chemotherapy and be able to afford all that as well as pay your bills. How would you go about doing a personal fundraiser? Like, you just get as many people as you want to help? Same way you would do like a church or anything?
You're going to go to all family, friends, and then wherever they work, or their friends. I mean, it's just going to spread, because they're going to go say, this is my mother-in-law, or this is my sister, or this is my aunt, and she's suffering, and we really need the extra help. If you purchase these products, the portion, the rep is a family member, she's giving all the proceeds, because you probably are in that sense, probably get 50%, whatever, or even if it's 40, 10 just to cover your supplies, and you're not really making anything, but you want to help as much as possible. So you would just say, all the proceeds are going to her medical fund. She really needs the help, and you can get some great products for gifts, or to, if you wanted to use Rory the Lion, you could say that you're donating that to children that have cancer, and use that portion, and do Rory the Lion, and say then the money is going to help my You said it's your mother-in-law?
Yeah.
So,
Okay, that's
and that
good,
would
yeah.
just spread. I would just start with all of your family and friends, and then rally with them as an Avon coach almost to get them thinking outside the box, because they might be thinking, well, it's just us, you know, kind of thing. And it's not. It's where do you work? Where do you frequent? Where do you go? Who do you know? And that also, if you're donating the lions to a different cause, this could be a media type opportunity. Local Avon representatives is raising funds to help her aunt that's battling cancer, but also donating these to the Children's Hospital. If you can help, please visit Brandy at blah blah blah, or contact her. Give us different emails. So if you get a bunch of, or you could set up a Facebook group, which is what I would do. And then add all the people that are going to be helping support this. Put them all in there, tell them, and then that way also the news will be able to say, this is the Facebook event. Maybe it's an event. It'd be more like an event page with all the information. And that way you can run it and, with the dates. But that's what I would do. And just really, I would do as much promotion as I can. I think news crews, you'd be surprised when they have a local somebody that's doing something good in the community. They want to know. And they'll be happy to do a 2-minute little segment on it to just fill a space kind of thing. So not only will you be helping your mother-in-law, you're giving these lions to Toys for Tots or the hospital or whatever. And your goal, you could say something like, my goal is to donate 1,000, 500 lions or 1,000, whatever it happens to be. Figure out the math of what would really help and go from there. So,
All right, awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, anybody else with ideas or places that you're going to go and do this? We're going to have some great sales this holiday, guys. Be ready, Avon. I'm so excited. Delana and I and the other, I think 8 team members, plus me and Delana and whatever, and their husbands will be in Rep Fest this week. And we will do as many live streams as we can to share with you in our groups. We will share hot off the press when we can, pictures and information so you guys are all in the loop. We are super excited about health and wellness that's going to be coming in January. Hold on to your hats, guys. Convention shares so much great information. We're going to be so dying to tell you. And I have to show you, I had a shirt fiasco with the shirts for Rep Fest, and the company was so good, they sent me out a whole new batch of shirts for free. So this is the new shirt. Da, 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 da. Can you see it?
I want one.
Isn't that awesome? So here's the thing. I have enough. The lady was so awesome. She sent me a couple extra just in case something didn't fit. So whatever I have extra, and then the whole other batch, the only thing that was wrong with the other batch is the colors were not vibrant. They were a little bit off center. They were like that. This was, so I mean, it's not like it's going to be super noticeable, but I have 12 other shirts. So what I will do is I think that we will have some incentives coming up, even though it says Rep Fest. The sizing is going to be interesting. I've got some smalls, I got some whatever, but you guys will have opportunity. And then if anybody ever wants to order them, I can go back through Rush Order Tees and you can order them too. Okay. So I know you guys bared with me on the live stream. I'm going to close this one up. Hang on. See you later. I don't know how that's going to come out because we're doing live stream and this at the same time. But I'll probably be posting this one instead and put it on there. Anybody else with any questions? Comments? No comments.
Yes, have fun at Rep Fest.
Yes, we will. I wish you guys all could be there. Next year, plan on it. Be there. They'll probably announce where it's gonna be. Sometimes they do it convention. Sometimes they wait to tell us like they did this last one, but sometimes we know right at convention where it's going to be next year. So we will be excited to share the expo with you guys so you can see all the products that are coming. I mean, just hold on to your hats, guys. I hear some amazing things are coming. So we're really excited.
Happy birthday, Delana.
Yes, her birthday was 2 days ago. Happy birthday! 3 days ago. 3 days ago. Yes, happy birthday. Oops, I got, like I said, 2. All right, well, this is shutting down. Thank you guys for joining. Let me know what you would like to do on the next meeting, which will be not next week, the week after when we get back. Okay? So we'll see you guys soon. Thanks for joining. Bye, guys.